Declared in one voice, we will not go quietly into the night. We will not vanish without a fight. We're going to live on. We're going to survive. Today, we celebrate our Independence Day.
It's not true. It doesn't matter what's true. It matters the story they tell when you're gone.
I keep on pushing down my Gypsy road. Woo! Look at this all-star panel here. We got Anthony, unidentified S4. We got Connor, Bigfoot and Non. We got the Dr. Wu little guy beneath us right there, looking like a that's a South Park character. I think that's Eric Cartman from the future. Nothing wrong with the future. All right, everybody, we're gonna have a great time. I want to thank Anthony for coming on at the last minute. I actually asked him today. Say, hey, you want to come on?
Thanks for having me, man. My pleasure.
You know, I thought I was almost, guys, you don't want to hear this. I almost was gonna have a show, but I'm like, I want to do a UFO show. I wonder if Anthony would come on. My God, right off the bat, no problem. No problem. Right off the bat. That's awesome. You know, because, guys, why we're talking UFOs, you guys know May 17th, you know, we had the government Congress did the UFO conference. And what doesn't matter what you think of it. If you thought it was baloney, you thought it was great, bad, it doesn't matter. The fact is they had one. We should appreciate that, and we should like that. I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
Because by them having that, even if they told us nothing, we didn't learn anything from. Some kid just saw that and like, wow, they're talking about UFOs. They just started a group of people to go out and research for themselves now. I mean, just started people to research. That's what's the magic of this. Even if you think, what do we learn from it? Doesn't matter what we learn from it. It's the message that's out there. And I think everybody forgets. Anthony knows this. Connor knows this. About 8-9 years ago was the first time when the government came out and said, no, Area 51 does exist. That just happened 8-9 years ago.
Yeah.
People forget about that. 8-9 years ago. And we all know there's thousands of military bases all around the world with the U.S. And how easy for the government to say, yeah, we got a military base out there. No, they hid it for whatever reason, 8-9 years, which I want to show you guys an old news channel. Breaking news when Area 51 was brought to the world. A couple old news shows.
The godfather of all conspiracy theories, at least part of it, that mystery in the Nevada desert. We're now learning Area 51, America's capital city for UFO sightings, and the stuff of Hollywood science fiction is apparently real. Here's ABC's Nick Watt.
What?
For nearly 60 years, the government denied this place even existed. Sounds odd, but I'm going to call it the most famous secret base in the world, an epicenter of alien intrigue, featured in Independence Day.
There's no Area 51. That's not entirely accurate.
Even Mulder and Scully visited one dark night.
Area 51.
Classified experiments involving extraterrestrial technology.
Now, for the first time, the US government has released CIA documents showing a map of the secret base in the Nevada desert with Area 51 not redacted. Dun, dun, dun.
So, I mean, this might be one step on the road to finding out really what has gone on there.
Yes, but I wouldn't expect that it's ever going to involve aliens.
Okay.
Area 51 has launched 1,000 conspiracy theories. Some people claim the Roswell aliens were brought here for reverse engineering. Others say the moon landing footage was actually shot here on a soundstage. And hundreds of people who saw spy planes flying unfeasibly high above the base called in UFO sightings. The newly declassified documents relate to that U-2 spy plane program, but I'm afraid no mention of UFOs whatsoever. Will this staunch the flow of conspiracy theories? Yeah, right. Nick Watt, ABC News.
Why did I show that? That was just 8-9 years ago.
That was history right there, man.
That's a little history. I mean, and all the news channels had it. Here's one more. These are short. Another one, a news channel breaking Area 51.
Located in the middle of nowhere, Area 51 has been at the center of some of this country's most closely guarded secrets, going back to the U-2 spy plane. The world has known about the U-2 ever since 1960, when one was shot down over the Soviet Union. But only now has the government officially acknowledged the existence of Area 51 in Nevada. So here it is on page 56, known by its map designation as Area 51.
You know, old history is being admitted to. But I'm not holding my breath waiting for my invite to go to a media tour.
Bill Sweetman of Aviation Week has spent much of his career spying on Area 51 to find out what new aircraft, like the F-117, the world's first stealth fighter, were being tested there. Back in 1985, when CBS News hired a small plane to go looking for the F-117, an Air Force jet suddenly came up to chase us away. But that was nearly 30 years ago.
I'd be really interested to know what they were spending billions of dollars on at that base for the last 30 years.
Legions of UFO enthusiasts have long suspected Area 51 is where the U.S. hides captured aliens. Attorney Jonathan Turley found there really was something sinister going on there, although it had nothing to do with aliens.
The government dug football field-sized trenches and would fill those trenches with all types of exotic and harmful chemicals and parts, and they would just pour jet fuel over it and torch it.
Turley sued on behalf of workers who helped build those secret planes and had since fallen ill, allegedly from inhaling those toxic fumes.
I would have satellite photos available of the base. I had affidavits of people that worked at the base, and the government would deny the existence of the base.
So now the government has admitted Area 51.
Okay, so Anthony, let me ask you something, Anthony. Going back in the past, when you learned that they officially said Area 51 existed, it was the worst kept secret ever.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody knew there's a military base. But back then, 8-9 years ago, that came about. Why do you think they were hiding? Couldn't they just tell us, yeah, there's a military base out there? Because they were experimenting with nuclear testing. That's why they named the area 51, 50, 49, because they were...
Right, it was the Groom Lake. It was the Groom Lake test facility, is what it was for nuclear and top propulsion vehicles, like the F-117 and stuff like that. The spy planes. That's why they kept it secret for so long. I don't think it really had anything to do with aliens. I think that folklore came years later down the road, like in the late '80s with Bob Lazar and all of that.
Do you believe that there were ever maybe aliens there by any chance? Do you believe that they did do some stuff there?
Well, I believe more now than I did a few years ago because I don't know if you're aware of this. I sent you some documents today that just went into Congress. Admiral Tom Wilson sent some documents to Congress, and not a lot of people know about this yet. Dr. Eric Davis and Admiral Tom Williams had a discussion, and the code word is code word programs, and this is about crash retrieval projects that are going on today, right now.
Wow.
And now it's part of the public record now because Admiral Tom Wilson sent these papers into Congress when we were there last week, and now this is all public knowledge. I stood on it, and I did my due diligence for the past couple of weeks, and that's how I came up on this. And I was able to find all the documents through my research, and they're all there for everybody to see now. And it depicts that we are actually doing crash retrievals right now. It's actively going on. And this is from Tom Wilson is a rear admiral for the United States Navy. So I don't think he's going to bullshit about something like that. He'll lose his commission.
Oh, yeah. Military, they'll take it away from you so damn quick. You
Yeah.
play ball or you're out.
Right off his chest.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they'll strip you fast.
Oh, yeah. But just the fact that, Dr. Eric Davis, and it's up there in the head of Dr. Eric Davis and Admiral Tom Wilson, just the fact that those two are speaking to each other about this lends so much credibility to the report. It's really a mind bender when you read it. So they actually have crash retrieval teams going out now.
Wow.
To pick up, crashed extraterrestrial craft is what they're saying. We're not talking about weather balloons going down and crash retrieval teams going out. They actually use the term in there, UAP, UFO, extraterrestrial craft. That's enough for me to keep going.
That's really cool. You got to think they're sending boats into the ocean, looking at the bottom of the seafloor for UAPs and UFOs and submerged objects as well, too, because it's got to have alien technology or something on board that they're super interested in as well.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt.
I can't wait to dive into that, but was there any like specific areas of, locations in those files? Was Florida, Ohio mentioned?
Not off the top of my head, no. I only read the documents like 6 times, but when you're like digging for information and like you're reading it and seeing it, but you're not processing it, it's like one of those. But yeah, I'm gonna have to comment.
Especially when you're reading it for the first time, you're just taking it all in.
Yeah.
And then you start reading it again, and then you start picking the parts of what's real important and what's not.
Well, yeah, they're pretty dry.
After I found the documents, a day later, I'm not an Elizondo fan, but a day later he came out and started talking about these documents, and then Richard Dolan came out and started talking about these documents. And I was like, "Holy shit, I'm onto something! I really found something here."
Have you noticed any black helicopters lately at your house?
No, I have not. No, not like the 2 I seen that one time. No, I haven't. No.
That video you have of the fleet of, hundreds of them out there, that really blew up recently for you.
Well,
I almost like 15,000 views already.
I got his channel up right here. I got his channel up right here. I can put that on right now. Now, this is Unidentified S4's channel. Like I said, this channel, he's got a lot of great stuff on here.
Thanks, man. I still have not figured this one out yet, man. This is still a mind bender for me.
No, but I'll tell you what's real impressive. Not just that video. You look at his views, right? He's got this one video that has 1.1 thousand views.
Wow.
Paranormal Highway Takeover Unidentified S4. Wow.
Yeah, that did good, man.
People must really love that show.
It was a good show.
Neat. Oh, actually, that is kind of cool. It makes me feel good that people enjoyed you and I on the show. I think that's awesome.
It was a really good show, man.
It was, but this is the one that's 11,000 that he was talking about. So we'll just. You guys haven't seen it. Here, let me go back right here. Here we go.
Oh yeah, see the.
I just came outside. It's so hot
to see.
There's so many orbs up there right now flying over the beach. The sun, it's just too hard to see. The glare is too much. Hope you guys can see what I'm seeing right now. I'm just going to keep plugging away. The objects. Some of them actually go the opposite direction and vanish right before your eyes. My iPhone. Hope you guys are seeing this.
I can see it clear as day.
So many of them passing right now. I put a green tint on it in the next phase, and then you'll really be able to see it.
Yeah, I love that.
Now, guys, if my channel disappears, that's because the Men in Black found Anthony and made him strike my channel because I played his stuff. They're gonna get to him, and they can't have this shown to everybody.
I'm waiting for them to come knock on the door, Eric. Look at that one. It just vanished. Unbelievable, man.
Oh, that's cool with a filter.
I love it when you guys do that. I love it when UFO channels do this.
Will make you see it so much better, right?
It's just too hard to see.
Well, it helps to take away the interference from anything outside of it.
Well, see, I was using my iPhone for this. I just had my niece walking on the beach. I wasn't going out to film or anything, and then I just noticed all these little sparkles in the sky. It was a real cloudy day. The sun was like in and out behind me, and I started seeing all this shit in the sky twinkling, and I'm like, "What is that?" And I tried to film it as best as I could with my iPhone, but
I know what they are. They're all
I didn't think I was
satellites.
getting
Every
it.
single one of them. They're all satellites.
A lot of
satellites and swamp gas.
Foxfire.
I mean, it's like one after the other, after the other.
Watch that one going to the left. It's gonna vanish. It just disappeared. This one was sent in. This is
The
not
red
mine.
light is right in the center of the triangle. That's unusual. That is weird.
She has the greatest UFO flight. She has one of the best pieces of footage flying
Now, this is
over her,
where
and
you
she's
need
filming
to
the
zoom
ground.
in.
Wow.
These things are in our sky. There's no
is
denying it.
Oh,
Regular
amazing.
people are
100%.
catching these things on a daily basis, man.
No, it did.
I love that your footage
Thank you
was
for
during
joining
the
us
day
once
too.
again on
So that just
Unidentified.
shows that look up at all times of the day.
Oh yeah, all
because
time.
They're
all time.
active.
It's so much easier to spot something at night. The daytime's really hard to spot something. Even hundreds of those things passing was really hard to see. I didn't think my phone was picking it up. I didn't see it on my phone as I was filming. I was just hoping that the phone was catching some of it. So there's maybe 15, 20 minutes of video where you don't see anything. So I had to edit it, to take sections out of what you could see out of it, because for about 15 minutes you didn't see anything. And good thing I didn't just delete the whole video. I just kept going over and over and over and over and over, because I knew they were there.
Have you, by
you
any
weren't just
chance,
gonna-
able to find anybody else who filmed it on their self and maybe put it on
Check
social
this
media?
out. Check this out. The same exact day, NASA filmed a fleet of UFOs in space passing the International Space Station. So I filmed that, I think it was on May 9th or the 6th. And on the same exact day, NASA filmed a fleet passing the International Space Station. And then I filmed that. So that's enough correlation for me that it's very plausible that something was in space and then came down to Earth over the ocean where I was and possibly passed over my location. Because when you triangulate where the ISS was at that time, it was just going over Canada. So it would have probably just been going over New York up to Canada. It was going up that way towards Maine, the ISS. So that's right over my direction. So either they started off on Earth and went into space, or they started in space and came to Earth. That part I haven't put together yet, but it's very plausible that it's all one and the same. Because what are the odds? Two fleets the same day, NASA catches one and I catch one within miles of each other? I mean,
Well, I know. What are the chances of that?
what are the odds of that? I've never heard any correlation like that before.
See, that's what's awesome. That's what makes it more realistic, because you have that information about NASA. And then anybody can research it will find that out too.
Oh yeah, you could pull up a NASA fleet of UFOs. I think I'm pretty sure it was May 9th. I'll check for you now. I'm almost positive.
Legendary day.
NASA fleet of UFOs.
Anthony, do you think they were orbs, spaceships, or a species? I'm more into the species. I think they're deities in the sky.
That's plausible.
Anything's possible. I can't give you a definitive answer because I don't have a group of them locked up in my backyard, so I don't know. It could be any one of those. You know what I mean? It could be any one of those. For all we know, the Ghostbusters could have had their machine breakdown, and those are all spirits flying through the sky right now again. You know what I mean?
Do you have any other similar footage? I know not hundreds, but maybe group of 5 or more that acted like that from other nights? Because I know you have a bunch of UFO
Yeah, I do.
spaceship, mostly spaceship footage.
I've captured groups of 3 and 4 together, groups of 7 together that are in footage that I have. Trying to find this NASA thing for you real quick.
I know the one you have of like 7 is like 3 and 3, and then 1. You know that.
Yeah, and the best is when you'll always find somebody that's like, oh, it's geese, oh, it's birds. Hey, dude, when I filmed that, it was negative 16 degrees outside. So if a flock of geese were flying up that high at negative 16 degrees, well, God bless them, because I've never seen birds flying that kind of weather.
The geese are the micro. You film the macro.
No.
You know.
I think it's great that UFOs has really skyrocketed with people being involved. When people made fun of the Raid 51 thing, I was happy for those people. Getting groups together, going out there together with your friends and having fun. I got a news story here about the Raid 51. I'm showing a little history here, guys. Just a little history. Going on with the little history. This is this one to show is, do you remember where Area 51 is located during the raid?
A couple of different locations are in the mix as gathering places for the big Area 51 shindig on September 20th. But a word of warning, some of them aren't really close to Area 51. The Alien Visitor Center is in Amargosa Valley. It was mentioned on the original Storm Area 51 Facebook post. That's right there. And it's next door to a alien cat house, which is a legal brothel that sells gifts of a different kind.
Guys, believe that? If you guys went to the raid, there's actually an alien brothel. I mean, you could go and have some fun while you get ready for the raid.
Well, I think it was a hoax, and it was probably intended for those guys to actually go to that place. But it got taken seriously, and everyone's showing up for a real raid. They're like, oh, dude, we were supposed to just make this up to go to the cat house.
We're going to hear more, but I'm going to go back a little bit because I thought that part was funny about mentioning the whorehouse.
And it's next door to a alien cat house, which is a legal brothel that sells gifts of a different kind. But that location is on the far western side of the sprawling Nevada National Security Site, not really near Area 51. The extraterrestrial highway, that's up here. That's Highway 375. You start on, it's on the other side of the test site to the north. It starts in this area near Hyco, and right there is the Alien Research Center. We've mentioned that in some of our reports. It's a gift shop. It's a business that's planning to host a day-long series of events on the 20th. And then as you travel westward, you'll pass by Groom Lake Road. You see it's a long dirt road that leads to the base. And you keep going up Highway 375 to the tiny community of Rachel. That is home to the Little Ailey Inn, which hosts its own events and is providing a camping area on the 20th. Rachel is the closest settlement to Area 51. It has about 50 residents, limited services, no gas station. The ET Highway continues up north. You go up there to Highway 6 at Warm Springs. And if you're looking at this on Google Maps, they've gotten in on the fun. If you pull the Street View guy onto any of these things in the area of the Nevada National Security Site, it turns the icon into a flying saucer. So someone at Google has a sense of humor.
Oh, I just wanted to show people a little history. I mean, this stuff was on the news. They had people where to go. You got the cat, you got the alien cat house. I wonder if actually, I'm curious. I'm a married man. I'm a happy married man. But if Bob went in there, could he get a woman dressed up in an alien outfit for a raid?
They moved that location, though. They moved that Storm Raid Area 51, Storm Area 51. They moved the location for that, though, because the military said if you come anywhere near Area 51, we're going to start shooting people. And they meant business.
That's their property. They will. It's military.
They will shoot you.
But beyond that, it was, people getting together, having fun, parties out there.
Yeah, but dude, it turned into a big cabal, man. They were charging money, to get in. They were charging $8 for a bottle of water. I mean, that's the shit I can't stand, man.
Oh, yeah.
Why can't it just be a day out there by Area 51 with everybody from the community having a good time, right? Barbecuing, telling stories.
Do they really charge tickets? I mean, how do they do that?
Wow. Yeah, man.
When they don't own it. I mean, they don't own
the people set up shop at another location. They called it Storm Area 51 because they couldn't go. Yeah, they were selling tickets and all of that stuff, man. It was so messed up, dude. They turned a fun event into a money maker, you know?
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with making money, but making money and taking advantage of people are two different things, you know?
I think they even had a separate concert down in Vegas, and they called it "Storming Area 51" as part of the whole thing. But it's they were in Vegas with a live bands.
The kid that came up with that whole Storm Area 51 thing, he's like as famous as the guy that came up with Woodstock, the original Woodstock. That guy,
or
you know?
the Burning Man in
You
Nevada.
know?
That was made up by a couple people who just throw some things, fire, artwork, and then.
Did you happen to see the footage that UFO man put up the other day of that truck driver filming those UFOs in Texas?
No.
Oh, see that.
I've never seen any footage like this in my life, man. Guy's sitting in a truck. There's these two gigantic orbs lit in the sky, right? And then another one pops up on the ground, and then he's flashing his flashlight in the sky. And then all the lights start going on this craft all over the place.
Is it on YouTube?
It's on YouTube, UFO Man. It was like 2 days ago.
Okay.
Just fair use it. It was like mind-bending. I've never seen footage like this yet, man.
UFO Man.
And the guy's using the same night vision camera that I use, which made it even cooler.
Wow.
Oh, I see what you're talking about. If this guy copyrights his stuff.
Who?
UFO Man.
I'm friends with UFO Man.
Oh,
cool.
Okay. I want to make sure. Hey, trust me. Hey, Anthony, trust me. There's a Bigfoot guy that we Connor knows and I know, and gave me a strike.
Do you have a fair use banner?
In my description, I have it in there.
This is fair use. We're critiquing the video and educating the public. That's it. We cited fair use.
Yeah, I have it. I have it in my description.
They put it up there for the public to, you know, it's a UFO video. I mean, it's.
Oh, there it is.
It's not Kiss, for Christ's sake.
So.
This is my buddy Tim, UFO Man. He put this up the other day, man. I couldn't believe what I was looking at.
There we go.
So those two craft dead centers, what he noticed from his 18-wheeler, okay?
Big size.
Big craft, stationary craft.
And there's no airport near there?
There's no airport. He's in the middle of nowhere in Texas, pulled over on the side of the road. Just after a few minutes, you'll see what starts happening. Film the sky.
Okay.
This guy's probably a nervous wreck trying to get his camera set.
Yeah.
Hold on. I'm trying to focus more.
Those are bright.
Very bright.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, go to like right there, where you just went up to.
Oh my God.
Now
Really?
watch.
Dude.
We have to back up a bit.
Goes out, and
I need to
he's
get my other
signaling these things with his
Go back for a
flashlight.
second. That one just
Oh
that
my
one
God.
goes out.
Go back right before it pops on, so you
Dude.
can see what he does.
You gotta be fucking kidding me. Those guys.
There we go.
See the one on the
What in
ground?
fuck. Oh my God.
Wow.
Watch this.
Holy
Boom.
shit, dude.
It blinked
Oh
back.
my God.
So
Dude, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
And just disappears.
he's signaling it with his flashlight, and they're
Oh my
turning
God.
on, dude. Look, another one.
Dude. I need to get my other camera.
I would have had that 18-wheeler right underneath those craft. I would have been in the desert with my truck. I would have been standing on top of the rig filming.
I mean, he stayed there for a long time filming it. That's awesome work.
Man. This was a long site, and this is just part one. This went on for like almost an hour. He filmed this.
Well, let's see what we get.
I just wanted to give you a taste because I thought this was amazing.
That's a good shot. Because they're not planets. They're not planets. There's too many bright.
Eric, the guy's hitting the objects with a flashlight,
right? Flashing back. And
the other ones is turning on and turning off.
Why am I not subscribed to him? I just hit subscribed. And guys, I'm going to put that video in the chat. So if you guys are not subscribed to his channel, this is your opportunity right here. Boom.
Yeah, I'll be on his show June, I think 18th. I'm on there.
There you go, guys.
Was that not amazing, Eric?
Dude, that was awesome.
Awesome,
cool.
Right?
That was
I've
awesome.
never seen anything like that, man.
Now, I had another. Now we all know in Nevada, the senator Harry Reid has said in an interview before that he was actually inside Area 51. Senator Reid was the man who helped fund this group called ATEP, $22 million funds that was done by Harry Reid. So here's a little video of him being interviewed about Area 51.
Recent disclosures by the federal government acknowledging the existence of UFOs might be surprising to everyone except Nevada's longtime Senator Harry Reid.
I had a chance to sit down to talk to Reid, who has an enduring interest in these aerial phenomena.
There's always the joke about every new president who takes office, the first thing he asks is, where's the UFO file? If that were to be even true, where would that file reside? What department would that be under?
Well, of course, we would have the State Department involved, but most of all, we would have the CIA, Central Intelligence Agency.
And wouldn't the military somehow be involved? Because this is a perceived threat that it could be an attack or it's an advantage some other country might have that we don't have.
And that's one of the things that I am very appreciative. The Pentagon has decided some time ago, but fairly recently, that they were going to tell their pilots, sea captains, if they see something like that, report it.
Harry Reid served Nevada as a senator for 30 years and was the first prominent elected official to publicly embrace the idea of revealing to the American people what the government knew about UFOs.
It's something that America wants transparency. Anytime we try to hold things back from the public, it's a mistake. And I think that's the right way to go. Do we have all the answers? No, we don't have many answers at all. But we know they exist, and we should continue doing everything we can to learn more about them.
Senator Reid was able to draw attention to the topic of UFOs in no small part due to the fact that the top secret government base called Area 51 was located in his state.
So, yes, I've been to Area 51 a number of times. I can remember some of the things that are not classified anymore. I remember that Soviet helicopter. That's where they developed the stealth helicopter. Right near there, you have the Tonopah Test Range, where you have, that's where the stealth fighter was developed. So it's quite an interesting spot. And yes, I have been there.
Certainly there are things that you cannot speak about that are classified, correct?
There are some, yes.
Yeah. And when you say classified, there's a number of different levels of that. Are there not? So is Area 51 among the highest classified echelons?
Yes.
Senator Reid, though, doesn't believe the government held back information about UFOs for fear there would be a general panic. It had more to do with how the government should be accountable.
I don't think that's the key worry. The worry is that taxpayers would feel it's wasting our money on this ghost-like stuff. And I think that the study that I got, where we spent $22 million of taxpayers' money, was important because we were able to show, after we did that report, we were able to show after we did the work, that the report indicated that there weren't 10 or 12 sightings, but hundreds and hundreds of them. And so it's something that I felt at the time I'd like to know more, and we did learn more.
Reed told me when he first wanted to go.
So basically, Sarah Reed is one of the first senators who helped fund the UFO research and all that. And I didn't know that they were creating some helicopters, scout helicopters there and some stuff. So I thought that was pretty good. And I think Harry Reid get more.
It's a shame that he died, right? Because he
Yeah.
was like the main dude that was into everything, you know? He tried to push everything forward. He was a senior congressman, senior senator that was pushing all that forward for funding. It's a shame because really $22 million is like nothing to research UFOs, but it's a start, you know, to get something up and running, you know, better than nothing.
I mean, that's $20 million that they're telling us that things were funded. Who really knows?
God only knows who went to black budget, right?
That are there that got funded that just happens to be on that base. Kind of like I know it sounds funny, like that movie Independence Day. Does a hammer really cost $200 or $1,000?
Well, I mean,
truth.
I mean, you know, Elon Musk got $4.9 billion to put a car into space. So, I mean, you think they'd throw him a little bit more money for that project? UFOs.
Ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
I always make that joke. Everyone gets mad. Like, no, seriously, it's like $4.9 billion for a Tesla car in space, and I'm like, come on, you
Doc,
could throw.
Let them give me $22 million. I'll get you an alien, all right, man.
You and I will give you.
And I don't need somebody from over the border. I'll get you a legit alien. You give me.
Yeah, you want an alien? We'll get you. You want a tow? What do you want?
You want a UFO in your backyard? Park it for a day.
Shit.
We'll go get it.
Hey Bob, how much money? I can't remember when we did a show. How much money did Tom DeLonge's group get on his UFO research?
Oh, I can't.
Oh,
It's several billion. I can't remember the number.
Millions too.
He got millions. Yeah.
Tom DeLonge robbed a lot of people, man, from investing.
Yeah.
They took all that money and dipped.
Yeah. What was it called? It's called
To the Stars Academy.
Yeah, To the Stars Academy. Yeah. Yeah. What a
He
rip-off.
started that company. And he nested into that company $400 and something thousand of his personal debt into that company. So that company already started in the negative. So I mean, it was so messed up, man. All those investors got hosed.
Now here's
ridiculous.
Apparently a video of Arizona has a big role in UFO sightings. The state of Arizona. Let's find out what their role is.
Plays a big role in UFO research and sightings.
Yeah, of course, we have some of the most famous encounters in the U.S. And today's hearing touches on what could happen moving forward. Brianna's on this story. She's here to talk about what this means for Arizona. I mean, are they real?
Yeah. I'm the wrong person to ask. But I find all of this completely fascinating.
Yeah.
The Pentagon's task force says right now they're investigating about 400 reports of UAPs, which stands for Unidentified Aerial Phenomena. Last year, they said they were looking into 144 reports. Arizona is cemented in UFO history with research happening monthly here in the Valley.
It's the age-old question. Are we alone? Is there other life out there?
UAPs are unexplained, it's true, but they are real.
For the first time in 50 years, Congress holding a hearing on UFOs and how important investigating sightings like this are, now considering them a potential threat to national security.
Arizona does have a big role in all of this.
Alejandro Rojas is part of the Scientific Coalition for UAP Studies here in Phoenix and says State 48 has some of the most famous unexplained UFO sightings in American history. He says one of the earliest documented sightings was in July of 1947. William Rhodes spotting what appeared to be a disc circling above Phoenix just one day before the infamous Roswell situation.
It's one of the very first that is investigated in Blue Book that you can see in the Blue Book files. And it came with photographs.
Then in November of 1975, a case that still stumps experts.
My eyes were just riveted on this thing.
Forestry worker Travis Walton spotting an odd object with his family and friends near Snowflake, Arizona, when he disappeared.
The craft would have been hovering just off to our right, just less than 100 feet away.
They couldn't find his body. They told the
And hold on a second. And people in that movie, it is a true part of the movie when they all took a lie detecting test, and they passed. Now we know there's some people we've heard that can pass a lie detector test, but the chances of the whole group passing, these guys were tree cutters. These aren't expert soldiers that were trained and stuff. I mean, these people, you might say the whole story is fake or whatever you want, but these people really, truly passed the lie detector test.
Yeah, they were cutting cord.
Yeah.
police. There's a manhunt, and he showed up 5 days later.
Walton claimed he was abducted and woke up in some sort of aircraft surrounded by human-like figures before blacking out and waking up on the side of the road in Heber days later. He and others have passed lie detector tests about what they saw and experienced, and a movie was made about it. Then in March 1997, the one...
Real quick, so and I'll finish this. So Anthony, you're a police officer with these lie detector tests. What's the percentage of people that you know of can pass it, like can lie to pass it? Like, are they hard to lie and pass it, or is it?
You would have to believe your lie as if it was truth. You know what I'm saying?
The percentage of like having 4 or 5 people to be able to lie and pass is probably
slim to none.
Slim to none. That's what I wanted to get at.
Unless you were trained on how to beat the system, but I doubt Travis Walton.
Well, these guys are tree cutters. These guys. No. So I'll finish the video.
So many remember.
There they are, 3 lights hovering in the heavens, as captured last night by a woman in Paradise Valley.
Finally, of course, there's the Phoenix Lights, which is still really one of the largest mass sightings of an object in U.S. history.
2 different sets of lights. The Air Force claiming the second set were flares from an aircraft.
Yeah, right.
Rojas says the hearing in Congress today cements the fact that the U.S. government is taking research and investigations like this seriously.
Science has really adopted this idea that life has to be out there.
The Fed said they want to get rid of any stigma on reporting UFOs or UAPs. They want pilots to report sightings and encourage pictures and videos to be taken of them. Research continues here in Arizona. This weekend, the Phoenix chapter of the Mutual UFO Network has a meeting in Tempe with experts on triangular UFO cases and insights.
No, but what is interesting is I didn't realize, how much famous sightings that Arizona has had. I forgot that the fire in the sky was Arizona, and they had that famous crash days before the Roswell crash, the first reported kind of a crash. I mean, that's pretty interesting. In the Phoenix Lights. So what is with Arizona?
They talked about pilots. They encourage pilots to be forthcoming with, no, I worked at the Aerospace Museum, and all the pilots are like, hell no. You don't report it because their psychological profile comes into question. They got to go in and do all these new psycho tests. They got to do physical tests. They got to do their life is put on hold and upside down, and they're lacking a paycheck. No, they don't say anything. They're like, they won't call it to the top. They'll call it if it's a hazard to the plane. They said, but other than that, they let it go. Yeah, they're not encouraged to report it.
Can I just say something to Kelly Lewis before she dips out of here? She was asking, what's the best way to hold a camera to stop it from shaking if she didn't have a tripod. And I just wanted to tell her real quick, for me, what I like to do is if you're using like a regular DSLR camera, your best bet is to put like one hand under it and hug it and one hand on the side like that for stability, to stop you shaking. But if you're a really nervous person that's, you're still going to be, the camera's going to be dancing all over, you could use your shoulder like this. And you could rest it on your bicep like this. And you can just move your body like that. And it'd be like just as good as if you had a tripod. So that's like the best advice I can give you, without a tripod, if you're filming craft or something in the sky like that. I hope that helps you out.
And it probably, I don't know, would it help when you have a camera to the most part to get a good lens to be able to zoom further out.
Well, I mean, it doesn't matter, what lens you're using. I mean, I got lenses that go up to 800 millimeter, 1,000 millimeter. It doesn't matter. You got to keep the base of the camera. You got to keep the base of the camera stable to stop your hand from that shake.
Okay.
So I think if you got it set like that and you're filming like that, that's probably your best bet for me. But I'm so used to doing it now. I just keep one under and one on the side tight and keeps it nice and stable.
That's good to know. I mean,
you've all seen those videos where they're like, like the person was making a milkshake while they were filming.
So have you had to use your shoulder technique because you've been shaking?
Hell yeah. The first couple times I seen something that was like astonishing. Wasn't on no software, and my hand was like, my whole body was trembling, like, because I didn't know, I knew I was experiencing, seeing something, filming something that you don't get a chance to see. I knew it was a mind bender, especially when there's like 7 or 8 of them above you flying in formation or something. You can't control your body from shaking. Your nerves, your adrenaline, you can't control that, so you got to try to get the footage, and you got to try to keep the camera as stable as possible, especially if you don't have a tripod set up.
That's good to know, man. I'm gonna be thanking S4 one day in the woods, and we'll be remembering this Wednesday.
We'll see, kind of like this with the camera and Bigfoot beating the living hell out of him because he's like this, defenseless.
Here's Flat Rock said the Squatching Cowboy watched the Phoenix Lights sitting in his truck on the side of the road.
Wow. Yep. We actually talked about that when we're at the camp out up in Tennessee, and I'm pretty sure I got video of him talking about the Phoenix Lights, and he was on the phone with his wife, and she didn't believe it. And then, the next few days, all the reports started rolling in, and she's like, shoot, honey, you actually did see something.
Did he record
him a DVD of it. What was that asked for?
Did he record any of it?
No, I don't think so. He's an old-time cowboy. But it would be cool if you had him on the show or something to talk about it. That'd be a cool, mixture of worlds.
But just the fact that he was there was incredible, man. To see it?
For sure.
Oh, man.
And people in the chat, if you guys got questions, put it in all caps. Because I apologize. I'm trying not to stare so much at the chat because I want to concentrate with our guests. So, but if you do have a question, put it in all caps, and it might be easier for us to catch it.
Hey, Eric, can you check the private chat? I just posted a video in there. I wanted Anthony to see that footage. Anthony, it's some UFO footage from just this town over, like 15 minutes away, that really got famous on Facebook, probably like 6 months ago now. But I posted it on TikTok, and it really blew up too. But it's some crazy formations, and you would think it's cool.
Oh, wrong one. Right. Hold on. Wrong one.
The private chat of StreamYard.
Yeah, I clicked on it. Here it is. Okay, I found it. I got so many tabs up, so I'm always pressing the wrong tab. There we go.
Me too. Don't feel bad.
So that's the tab. Okay, so let me go into it. And can I make it bigger? Is that a little bigger for people?
Yeah, I
think you could click it. I think you could click it one more time. Just click the video.
Oh yeah, that's even better.
Okay. It's an Apple, so an Apple you got to do a little differently. Here we go.
In Florida, Connor?
Yes.
Oh,
yeah, Florida.
Oh shit.
Watch closely. It breaks into many. Move the cursor.
Oh wow.
Oh.
Here, I want to start that.
I already know what it is.
Do you think it's CGI?
Oh yeah, I know the app they use.
I'll have to find the original post and tag you in it just so you can, investigate.
I know the app. I know the filter that does that.
You've seen the exact formation before? Gotcha. That's a bummer.
That sucks.
Well, that's why we do the show.
That would have been insane.
Yeah.
I didn't hear the whole part. You said the person who did this, or you saw something in the video.
There's a UFO app that puts that exact image, and you could pick that image or like 5 others and put it over a real video and make it look like a UFO, but it's like CGI. The media uses this app a lot too. You see a lot of the multiple craft breaking apart from each other in orange. It's part of the same program. Unfortunately, it is sad, man. But it's still a cool video. The CGI that they have today is phenomenal.
Amazing.
I'm gonna have to look back at that Facebook post
another couple
though.
Years from now, what they're gonna have, right?
Oh, they got deep fake
I was so excited and so proud of the area, and now I'm, you know.
Hey, don't let that discourage you.
Prevails.
Don't let that discourage you, though.
We got a question. Somebody put it all in caps. Thanks, Brown Dwarf. He listened. Did anyone confirm the disappearance of a group of guys the same night as the Phoenix Lights? I know there was a movie.
Huh?
Was it?
Never heard that.
No, I never heard that.
A group of guys. I'll type that into Google.
I'm doing that right now.
Huh. And this is why we got the show.
Oh, this is. I've never heard of this. So, a group of guys, okay, disappeared during the group of guys disappearing during the Phoenix Lights.
Yeah, someone else said yes. Teenagers went missing.
The Phoenix Forgotten True Story of is
Josh Bishop. Josh Bishop.
Here, let me share the screen of what I have. Let me see where. Here we go. Is this what he's talking about? Did a kid named Josh Bishop actually film the Phoenix Lights?
That's exactly what I got.
1997.
That picture is from a movie, though. And that movie's
I think it is a movie.
Yeah.
So, who are the real Jeff Bishops? Dr. Are they saying this is real or just a movie?
I think this
about?
is fiction. Fiction with like real parts, you know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
Like they used the Phoenix Light story and they added some fiction to it, you know?
Yeah.
I've never heard of the movie.
That's Connor's area.
I would not be surprised if some people did go missing, though, that day. A
I
lot
would
of
be
people are in
surprised either,
Phoenix, a lot going on.
It was on
every
Netflix.
day, every city.
So it was on Netflix. Okay, I have Netflix.
We'll have to check David Politis.
I will check
I bet you he'll have that answer.
Now there
Ask
is a
Steve
famous.
Stockton. He's a little bit more approachable.
Now there is a famous aviator named John Lear who passed away. Who's one of the pilots who does come out and talk about the experience. And I got one more video left, people. This is called John Lear 790 Parts on his next adventure. So this is a legendary Phoenix guy that's been known, that went on record. I'm not here to tell you it's true or not. That's up to you to believe. But here's a video.
Aviator John Lear's death Tuesday has sent ripples throughout the worlds of aviation and conspiracy theories. Lear was widely known for his claims about UFOs in Area 51, but also for a lifetime of daring exploits in everything that could fly. The 8 News Now I-Team's George Knapp looks back at a colorful life.
Most people think I'm absolutely nuts. And that's okay with me.
John Lear didn't mind when people attacked his wild stories. In fact, he reveled in it. He came to be known as the godfather of conspiracies, but anyone who was given a tour of his jam-packed den knew there was a lot more to Lear than tall tales.
And that's the secret base there.
Those walls were a museum of his life, pictures with the famous and infamous, of planes he had flown, secret places and projects he'd investigated. Regret wasn't a word he was known to use.
Would you do it the same way?
Exactly the same way.
Determined to carve out his own path, Lear dove into aviation, becoming an accomplished pilot at a young age, eventually setting multiple world records in all manner of planes. His daredevil life came at a cost, serious injuries caused by plane crashes he shouldn't have survived. During the Vietnam era, he flew cargo planes for the CIA and continued to court danger by flying in and out of other hotspots. In the mid-'80s, he started hearing stories about a UFO cover-up and not surprisingly jumped in with both feet, making various media appearances to discuss his ideas.
The people are abducted. They're taken up into a saucer.
Good evening. This is John Lear.
In March 1989, he accompanied a small group to the outskirts of Area 51. 3 Wednesday nights in a row, they watched a glowing disc rise above the mountains over Papoose Dry Lake.
Did you see that move it did?
No, I didn't.
It went like
The person who initiated the desert outing was a scientist who claimed he worked at Papoose on flying saucers. That scientist was interviewed live on television in May 1989 from Lear's driveway, a tale that spread around the world.
9 flying saucers, flying discs.
Later that year, the identity of Lear's friend was made public. Bob Lazar's claims put Area 51 on the map. In his later years, Lear's health declined. He could no longer fly, but continued to share stories about increasingly outrageous conspiracies. The crazy stories don't obscure what was an amazing life. To the end, Lear figured he'd be vindicated.
Believe me when I tell you, you may not find out in a month, a year, 5 years or 10 years, but you'll look back at what I'm telling you now and you'll say to yourself, my gosh, the son of a gun was right.
George Knapp, 8 News Now.
Lear.
So what do we think about this guy?
Oh yeah, very, very credible. Very accomplished, very credible.
I want to visit his den.
Yeah,
I
me
know,
too.
right? There's like all those pictures, all those people, and with the CIA.
I'm actually friends with a very good friend of his. I'm friend with Jim Goodall, and Jim Goodall and Lear were very good friends, very close friends. So I've heard all the inside stories about Lear. You know,
Why do you think he was never like taken out for saying so much? I'm always like, you think the government just left him alone for a reason?
After Vietnam, he became a commercial pilot. His father invented the Learjet.
Yeah.
So, you know, he was accomplished Learjet pilot. He flew all kinds of private and commercial stuff after that. It wasn't really military things that he was doing after Vietnam. So he really didn't have a tie-in with the government where if he said anything, he was going against an NDA or anything of that nature. So he was good to go. You know, I think that's why they never came after him.
Yeah, he's just a pilot.
Yeah, just a regular guy.
He's not like Bob Lazar with his outrageous stories. No, he's cool. I like
That's an outrageous story, though. Bob,
right?
You know, I think Bob seen something and he didn't know what it was, and then he embellished the story.
I think so too.
Quite a bit, you know.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I'm a wanna believer when it comes to Bob Lazar. I want to believe everything the guy says, but you know what they say: when something's too good to be true, it normally is. You know?
He's got, in the world of, what I'm talking about when I talk about pantomimes and how to detect lies and people lie, all that fun stuff. It becomes natural for you after a while. Well, he hits all the flags, man.
Yeah, he checks all them off.
I can't listen.
Probably just exaggerates the truth.
I mean, it's one thing to believe somebody when they have like one outrageous claim, right? But that guy's got like 90. You know what I mean? You know, he didn't see one UFO. He's seen a room full of them, and then they're pulling them out. And he's videotaping them, and he's fucking stealing Element 113. And then one day he looks in a room, and there's he's looking at a little alien through the room. Like, hey, that's an alien. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man.
Hey, can you tell us more about the Goodall family? I think it's so cool that we are all connected. Of course, you more than us, but I think it's so cool that Lynn, does a show with them and that you guys are all family. Could you let the people know? Enough with the Lazar talk, like cliche BS. Let's talk about the real, the gold, the Goodalls.
Well,
let's hear it.
What should be happening now is, put Bob Lazar aside. We heard that story since '89 or whatever. You know what I mean? It's time for the ufologists of today to start coming up and getting a little mainstream media time. Right. Today and tomorrow. Right. You know what I mean?
I've had enough of the old. I seriously have,
it's time for new shit. So you know what I mean? I'm sick of hearing about Roswell and Area 51. It's always a fun time to tell, the history of everything. It's always a good night, not bashing it at all. But I'm just saying, as far as seeing people on mainstream, it's time for some fresh blood. I mean, we're all sick of seeing Dolan and Corbell and who's the other guy from England there? I can't even think of his name right now off the top of my head. Oh my God, the guy with the gray hair worked for the Ministry of Defense.
Yeah, what's his name?
Nick Pope, the joke. My name's
Yeah.
Nick Pope, and I work for the Ministry of Defense. I'm so sick of seeing that guy, man. He was a secretary. He was literally a secretary, and he made it like he was James Bond of the UFO world. I mean, enough with these guys. It's time for I want to see Eric. I want to see Eric on TV. I want to see Connor on Channel 5 one day, man. You know, I want to see these people, man.
I would love it.
You know what I'm saying?
I want to see S4. I want to see Chad Smith. I want to see the alien girls. I want to see alien
how cool
girls.
would it be one morning? How cool would it be one morning you turn on the TV and there's Spooky Morales and Chad talking on Channel 5 and then Sonny burning his floor in the garage in the background, right? Like, how cool would that be, man? That's the shit I want to see today, man.
I think it'd be cool to have in the woods. It's dark. Here's a flashlight. Here's Connor and Eric running through the woods. Look, you know.
Look at the size of that there UFO. Get it all on camera. Oh yeah.
No, I agree, because there's so many stupid articles and everybody says the hot spots. Like I was looking at this one article like what are the hot spots, where to go, and of course there's always Roswell, there's always Rachel, Nevada is supposed to be a hot spot, but that's Area 51. But then there's Aurora, Texas, that's supposed to be a hot spot. Almosa, Colorado, supposed to be a hot spot. UFO Information Center.
Nice.
That's a nice information center. And then Arizona, Sedona, Arizona. Lincoln, New Hampshire. Marfa, Texas.
Well, if you want to know real hotspots, if I make a recommendation, check out Cheryl Costa and the UFO Reference Desk book.
And McDonald.
She correlates all the sightings all throughout the United States.
Oh wow!
Tells you how many were in each state, when they were, where they were, and you can, just by going through that Reference Desk book, you can find all the hotspots you want nationwide.
But Anthony, do you really think there's really certain hotspots where you're going to have more chances, or is it just you just need to investigate yourself and start looking up, because they could be anywhere? Because I mean, if these things are intelligent, why would they go? I'm just speaking, just like, if I'm an intelligent alien, why would I go back to the same exact spot over and over and over?
You know what I think it is, Eric? I think that there's investigators that go out in the same locations nightly, like myself. And because I'm out there set up nightly, every night myself, like after the show, I'll be outside again tonight filming, right? Because it's a clear night. Right. But they're constantly in the same location. They're constantly filming constantly. And they're picking up all these unknowns, right? Somebody can go out in their state nightly and do the same thing, and I'm sure they're going to see strange objects if they stay out there long enough. They're going to see things that are unexplained. It's a global phenomenon.
Absolutely.
It's not one state is better than the other. It's just that certain people go out and observe more than others, and their state becomes, more of a hotspot because they're seeing more and reporting more, and that's all that puts you on the hot state list, so to speak. You know what I mean? Yeah. But it's a global phenomenon.
Oh, it is. It is. I'm just wondering, like if when I go outside to look up, now for me, it's going to be a little harder because I would have to investigate a little harder just because I live next to the SeaTac airport.
Oh, okay.
I see planes. I mean, you hear. I have to shut my windows because you'll hear the airport.
I see planes all the time by me too. I mean, I got Newark, LaGuardia, JFK, Teterboro. There's airports all over the place. But, there's apps that you can look and see, where all these craft are. I have so many apps I use when I go out. UAVs above me, unmanned aerial vehicles, they have an app for now. And the ISS and Starlink and radar detection. And I even got a guy that lets me know when asteroids are going to be near Earth, so I know where in the sky that they're going to come in, and I might, think it's a UFO.
No, you're right. I've told people that you can look up airport flights when a plane were coming in and out.
Oh yeah, they'll show you a whole chart where they are.
Was there any planes in the area? You call those airports, and
Yep.
they have to tell you.
I always say if it has flashing lights on it, I automatically cancel it out because that's FAA lights. So if it's got green, red, and white lights, cancel that right out. It's either a plane or a helicopter, without a doubt. If it doesn't have any flashing lights, investigate it.
But would you recommend still, like maybe like if you can, drive out to the mountains or the country where there's no traffic, no people, where you just hear pure quiet and look
I'm
up?
going next week for 5 days. Yeah, I'm going up to Pennsylvania by Kecksburg, where they had the Kecksburg UFO crash back in the day.
Heck yeah.
I'll be up there for 5 days.
Wow.
Now, are you familiar with the seaside, phenomenon that happened down here in Florida, right by Pensacola? There was actually pictures taken.
Connor,
Eric,
you're making him hungry. Stop.
Yeah. What's up, Spooky? Eric,
Hey,
could you look
Spooky,
up
man. There he is.
Seaside, Florida UFO?
Seaside, Florida.
Because there was a bunch of pictures of it. And they call it the UFO capital of the world, and I think it's interesting, of course, from this, corner of the world.
Like a really big UFO thing that went on in Florida for a minute there. I can't remember the name of it. The guy filmed this awesome craft a bunch of times. It's the name escapes me.
That's the Seaside one for sure.
Is that it?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it is. And hopefully you can find a picture of it. But I think there was like 2 different pictures they took. But of course, a lot of people came out and said that, it was fraudulent.
That's it.
But it's very interesting nonetheless. And I will go
Gulf
there.
Breeze. There you go. Spooky. It was Gulf Breeze I'm thinking of. Is
Gulf
it Gulf
Breeze.
Breeze?
Gulf Breeze.
That's it.
Okay, I gotta ask
Seaside,
a question.
they're right next to each other.
Question. I don't want to. We're gonna have some tea here. We'll call it the tea. Third phase of moon.
Boy.
What's your take, man?
Look, man. I've been friends with Third Phase of Moon
Eric,
for a
Gulf
long
Breeze.
time, right?
Yes.
What did you say?
Gulf
But
Breeze. Spooky
Golf?
just typed it.
My friend Stephen Cambion came out last night, man, with the proof that they're still hoaxing shit, man, and that really upset me.
Well, they're hoaxing?
Well, I mean, they said back in the day they did some mischievous shit because, YouTube was like the wild, wild west back in the day with UFO videos. And then they said that they changed their ways. They don't do nothing mischievous no more. The public sends it in and that's it right there. And,
yeah, there it is.
They're not doing that anymore. And then Cambion pulled up a video last night that they just hoaxed something like a month ago.
Really?
They stole a video. They stole a video and said it was a TR-3B, and it ended up the guy was filming his deer blind because he put triangular lights under a deer blind, and he made a video about it. And they took that video and they turned it into this whole TR-3B incident. And then the guy had an argument with them about doing it. I mean, the whole thing's up on Truth Seekers if you want to see it.
Okay, I wanted to find out what's you would know. You would have the skinny on that one. Okay, cool. Very cool.
That really upset me to find out that information,
Yeah.
That's it right there, man.
Yeah, the Ed Walters picture.
Ed Walters, that's the guy's name.
Of course, Spooky Morales, the Wikipedia man, the real life Wikipedia man. He didn't have to look it up. He knew.
Legend himself.
Yes. But there was a huge phenomenon going on, and there's a park that overlooks like the ocean or the Gulf, and it's known as, the UFO lookout area. So I'll definitely go there and make a video. And now Spooky Morales gets a shout out too in it. Before it was just going to be S4, but now it's Spooky as well.
That's dope, man.
But yeah, I know it's very controversial. A lot of people, because that's clear. That's visual right there.
Anybody that gets crystal clear footage like that, it's going to be they're going to make it controversial. It's the same with Bigfoot, right? You get a crystal clear picture of Bigfoot and they knock it, right? So it's the same thing in any one of our communities.
He's almost transparent.
Can you imagine seeing that outside, though, man?
I mean, skeptics are always going to say people's stuff is fake. It's just.
And that was a long time ago,
other
before
people in your
Photoshop.
community will say that because they don't want you to find it. They want themselves to be exclusive with some new footage. So not just skeptics, There's people within communities that want to knock you down because they want to be the main channel.
I had somebody actually ask me the other day, and I didn't know what it meant. I had to like research it. They were like, "Can you give me all the metadata on all your videos?" And I'm like, "What the fuck is metadata? I didn't even know what metadata was." And then I'm like, "This guy wants to really like dig into my videos to see if I'm like hoaxing shit that I'm filming." I'm like, "Yeah, all right." I said, "I'll send you the SIM card if you really need it." I said, that's what more people should do.
Yeah, a lot of people demand the metadata for, Bigfoot, of course, because if you just show your picture of a shadow or something moving, they're like, we need 20 minutes before, 20 minutes after. Where were you? And that is fair, but sometimes that can't be, provided.
They don't turn the camera on 20 minutes before, 20 minutes after. They turn it on when they see something. The battery would be dead in an hour if you did that.
Exactly.
And who says they're gonna get it from you and they're gonna tell the truth?
Right.
They're just trying to make it look stupid. You send it to them. Oh, it's all fake. You see what I found? And then
I told the guy, "You want metadata? Go buy a fucking camera and go film the sky yourself." I told him, What do you want to tell you?
Have fun in the metaverse.
Yeah, really. Metadata.
Company.
I wouldn't even know how to take it off the computer and give it to you.
Yeah.
I'm not a tech.
You just tell them, shove it, man. Move along.
I try to be nice to everybody, Doc. You know what I mean? But some people.
Well, some people have, issues themselves, personal, actual issues. So they're going to OCD question you up and ask for your look, dude. Okay, you're the guy that hits the light switch 4 times. Okay, I got you. I know what you are. You're not going to get the metadata, man.
Hey, go to where it says community. I want to show Connor something.
Oh, okay, hold on. That was playing when you said that. Where do you want me to go?
The shorts have music on it, so be careful.
Yeah, music always.
Just click up top where it says community. See, yeah, and right there. Have you seen that Bigfoot photo yet, Connor?
Yeah, that's been circulating the past few days. I personally, I think it looks like a costume, like it's like too perfect. Kind of looks like a Ewok mixed with an ape. But if not, then it's a very clear photo.
How would you see all the muscles like that on a costume, though?
I don't know. That's why I think it's a costume, and then it's really just embellished, like it's art, But I may be wrong. I just don't get the authentic vibe right away. First instinct, I'm like picture, art, movie.
The only thing that stood out to me was the hair around the face was like it was wearing a hoodie.
Yeah,
kind of looked like.
I was thinking that.
Yeah, I think that looks interesting. That part makes me think it's more like that formatting of the face makes me think more authentic than not just the face part, but just at first I think movie. I think art.
That's my dog Charlie. He's gonna marry Lynn Wallington's dog, so we put our dogs up.
That's cool. That's awesome.
And back with Lynn, can you tell the people, about the Goodall family? Just because I think, they are fascinating people. And the fact that they are so approachable and now family with my family, I think it's cool.
Oh, dude, I talk to Jim Goodall all the time. His wife is very sick. Thank God she's doing good now. But Jim is a wealth of knowledge. And Jim, you can contact Jim and ask him to come on your show within 40 minutes of going live, and Jim will come hang out. He is the kindest, most giving person in the whole community. I mean, anytime I fell short and I needed somebody to come on when I first started, Jim Goodall was there. He jumped right on. He is the sweetest man. And that guy knows everything about aviation aircraft, submarines. I mean, once you get the guy going, you can't shut him up. He's that good. I mean, he knows everything. He's very good friends with Bob Lazar. He's very good friends with John Lear. Very good friends with Michael Surratt. I mean, you can ask this guy anything about UFOs and he'll give you an answer. He's in like 90% of the documentaries that we see today.
Wow.
So just having Jim come on the small shows and hang out like one of the guys is a gift. It really is. I mean, Eric, You could contact Jim tomorrow and be like, "Hey, I want you to come on my show Friday."
Eric will do it.
He'll be there.
I would. Listen, I'll be honest with
I'll give you his
you.
email. He's the nicest guy in the world.
I told Dr. Wu before. I think I even told Connor before. The hardest community to get people to come on has always been for me, for whatever reason, the UFO community. It's been the hardest. Most people I ask, hell no. You talk about Bigfoot, you talk about paranormal, I'm not coming on your show. You're like the first true UFO guy that actually said,
because I'm here. We don't want to go on with Dr. Wu, that's why.
Eric, I love Bigfoot. I'm fascinated by Bigfoot. I'm fascinated with the paranormal.
You know, a lot of people are afraid to connect. And we know they're not all connected. But what I mean is, since you talk about 3 different topics, they don't want to come on a channel that might bring out a Bigfoot or paranormal. You put a Bigfoot on your page. That's a lot.
Cool.
That
I went out in the field for 2 weeks hunting Bigfoot. Like I went out, I was up in Pennsylvania in the mountains, camped out for 2 weeks out in the woods looking for this thing. That's when I was cutting wood and I heard it scream that time.
Why do you think people are not all, I'm not talking about everybody, but a majority, high percentage do not want to connect at all? Why do you think that? Are they afraid?
Stupidity. I don't know. They don't want to. They don't want to commingle the groups. I guess I don't know what it is.
Weird because you're open minded. That is great. But why can't you just be open minded to all possibilities? You don't have to believe everything you hear, but don't you want to be open minded? I mean,
hell yeah, man. Because look, I'll guarantee you this. I will guarantee you this, Eric. If somebody shot and killed Bigfoot tonight and dragged it onto Channel 5 tomorrow morning, every UFO channel will pick that story up, right? They'd all be talking about it tomorrow if they had definitive proof that Bigfoot was a real deal, right? They'd all be talking about that tomorrow. But nobody wants to talk about it when it's in the investigating phase. You know? I do. I want to know what's going on. Hey, what's up, Chad? I want to know what's going on, man.
I agree. Now, is there a lot of us, let me say, but this channel, we'd like to tell people about other channels to go to. Is there like for you, if you have a UFO, like a go-to channel for you, is there a UFO channel that's the go-to channel for you that you might check every day? Or is it just, you have
too many? That's a good question, yeah.
Honestly, I don't have a go-to channel. I'd be lying to you if I said I did. I don't. I mean, I have friends that have channels that I go and support, but primarily we all end up with the same footage anyway. So you know, if a channel, let's say if Secure Team came out with a video tonight, you know, within an hour after him putting it out, I'm gonna have the same footage. So I mean, it's a small community. We all hunt on the same feed, looking for the same shit. So I mean, you know, but I do go to like Third Phase. I do go to watch Secure Team time to time. You know, Lynn, Chad Smith. You know, the Hidden Underbelly, UFO Man. You know, but then for me, I like the smaller channels. I like when research is like when I'm looking for a UFO video, right? I'm hunting guys that are using night vision or FLIR, and they only got like 17 views or 65 subscribers. I'm looking for those guys when I'm looking for UFO footage, because those are the hidden gems. That's where you find the hidden gems. You know what I mean? You know, the big names, they've done their thing already. You know what I mean? It's a guy with fucking a handful of subscribers and 17 views on his last video. That's where you're going to find the gold. You know, that's where I like to hunt, you know?
Well, yeah, well, they keep it down. They actually, this is my hypothesis. I mean, and it's going to turn into a theory pretty soon if people agree with it more. But there has been a thing with YouTube or any of those networks where you're not seeing the correct numbers. You're not seeing the correct. Your subs are like not correct, and so I noticed, like you said, the smaller channels that it's the opposite. The ones with the smaller channels, they're really good. Like they're doing their work. Then the bigger ones with all this, you know, then they're just blowing. blowing the same stuff. You know, oh,
exactly my point.
Yeah,
you know, Bob, you're so right, because a lot of guests we got in the past, I'm not saying based on subscriber counts, but but people with lower counts, they're more real to me when they come on the channel. They're so excited to talk and speak, and I have had a big guy on my channel before. I'm not gonna say the name like huge, but they kind of play the political book a little bit. Like, I'm not gonna say anything to hurt my own channel. Like the first time I met Connor, first time I had him on, Connor was on his bed, jumping up and down. I'm like, this guy's the real deal. He's excited. You feel his energy.
Exactly.
That's the guy that I like.
Right.
Not somebody who's just gonna stand there and play by the book, and you can say this, you can say that, but you can't ask this question, you can't ask that.
Once you get that certain number of subs, then eventually you get a knock on the door, and there's like a, hi, I want to represent you now. I'm going to be your manager. Then their manager's like, shh, let's keep it.
I've always said I'm never going to become that guy, and I don't think I'll ever become that guy. I'm a down to earth people person. You know what I mean? I like to hang out and have fun, and when you become too big and you start making that circle jerk money, as they call it, you know what I mean? Your quality goes down because you've done everything you can do. But so, I just try to be real every time I'm on and have fun with it. And I think that's why my audience enjoys coming to watch me, because I'm real with them. And I'll tell them, I filmed this, but I don't know what the hell it is. Help me out. And if anybody could prove that it was something else than I think it is, let me know so I can change the title. You
all the time. You just present data and say, let's chime in. Let's have a discussion.
Let's have an open discussion. Yeah, absolutely.
I get so many ideas on my show. I get so many ideas. Sometimes I'll just put things out. I say, what do you guys think? And I'll just go to the sidebar. We'll go and it's like, hey, wait a minute. Let me look this up. And then we'll discover something new, like during the show.
Exactly. That's the fun stuff, right, man?
Yeah. That is,
and fun. I must be doing something right, because I'm only on now. Going to be 2 years, and I'm almost close to 7,000 subs. So I must be doing something right. I'm on the right track, I think.
Yeah, you're doing well.
Now you have this. I haven't actually watched this UFO video on your channel, and it's called. This one's called UFO Pendle Hill, UK.
Oh.
I have no clue.
It's your own video.
He's made so many, probably, we forget.
Well, let's check it out.
Go up, you watch it once.
Here we go.
I don't watch them over and over.
No.
Okay,
real.
Pendle's Hill.
Been on the subject of UFOs, and if so, when was it? This is our goal.
This is the first intro I made by myself. I was so proud. I thought it was so awesome.
It's good.
It's really good. Oh
my God, what is
I filmed that.
Oh.
Sometimes I can't tell what is your intro.
Wow.
Everything you see in the intro thing, I filmed.
It's about your 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock going away. Unidentified flying object.
Those are all mine.
November 6th, radio, Sierra, X-ray.
So this object I filmed a glow.
Oh, Mick.
Whatever it was, absolutely amazing.
No wonder I didn't remember. It's my buddy's footage. I watch Explorer.
It was no flashing lights.
He's a good channel if you want to watch good UFO footage.
It shot up in the sky, across the sky. It was no plane, and I really want to know what people think about this footage on the Skywatch over Pendle Hill, UK. I really want to know what Anthony thinks about this unidentified S4. Anthony, this footage running up now. Let me know what you think.
No. Sorry. Just try the different iOS settings, guys, to see if we can get anything.
Freaking large.
Hang on.
This video made its rounds that it became so famous. Michael Surratt ended up using this footage after I sent it to Third Phase.
Keep the camera on this.
Wow.
Very odd. It's not even making a sound. It is moving. Hang on, just let me get my camera in position. Come on. Doing a tripod.
So many channels send me their footage to investigate for them after they catch it.
That's a good thing. You've created the platform,
man, that's what it's all about. You know, we should all be helping each other out.
No, you're 100% correct.
It was moving.
I know I'm going to you if I get anything in the sky.
It was moving
Yeah, I
towards
know I'm going
the
to.
electric pole.
Bring it.
Pole. Whatever it is.
That craft is. I checked everything. I remember I checked everything.
It was
for
moving
Mick.
towards it.
He gave me the time, the date, the
Very
location
slow,
on this. I looked. I went through so much software on this, looking for, the space station and
What are they doing, guys, with this?
UAVs and all kinds of. There was nothing in that area at that time.
Oh.
And it's just creeping across the sky.
The trap to fall over, which he does sometimes. I'm on very bumpy grass to try the different settings.
Pendle Hill is in the United Kingdom. It's in the middle of nowhere. He's in the forest. He's like a survivor. He's a UFO guy. And he's on the survival channel.
With the eyes, guys, it's a large.
See how slow that's moving?
Glowing light, really.
Hey everyone, Anthony here from Unidentified S4. Well, that craft is gigantic, Mick. What an amazing capture over there in Pendle Hill. Thank you for sharing this with us. I'm going to get it out to the world for everyone to see. This is astonishing footage.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
It really was. Really was.
That is a
Yeah,
good
Michael
one.
Sherrod ended up using that in his intro video for his YouTube channel.
I think that's why I like doing my news show on Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursday, and Friday, because I show different stuff, different news articles from footages or not, just sharing. And then, of course, I leave it up to everybody else to say if it's real or not, because that's not for me. I just want to show you. And sometimes I'll do a show on Friday where I take video clips from channels like yourself. Like you said, share it. Let everybody see it.
That's right.
It's the best way to do it. Now, here's another
Yeah,
video.
name your sources. Always name your sources.
I got to show this one. This is pretty awesome. Hold on a second. Here we go. Oh, where's the sound? Hold on. I messed that up. Hold on.
My God. Oh. Amazing.
Here's the voice. Oh, was that cut out?
Yeah, it comes out next
Mate.
month in June.
I love it.
We're going to have a date here soon. We're going to be renting out the local movie theater, and we're going to be premiering it with a live audience. And we're going to be doing a Q&A with it. It's going to be super dope. And then we just filmed a movie called Phasmophobia, The Mayor, this weekend. So hopefully the trailer of that will be done. So we're going to premiere that all at the same time. But I'm super excited because I have a behind the scenes of the Void Cat, like an hour and 6 minutes of, me filming. And I've been waiting to release that for so long. And I'm just super excited for, the Dogman community to finally get a piece of this, So I'm just super excited.
Man. That's great.
Thank you, man.
Yeah. It's kind of cool because when I was on Identified as First channel, and we had a small little clip of Connor jumping in because you were at a convention thing. Right? Now he couldn't play it because he had music for copyright, so he did the right, but no sound.
Yeah, he told me after.
What were you doing here? That was with writers.
Yeah, I was at a Tallahassee filmmakers meeting, and it was at the Cap City Video Lounge, which is a bar, movie theater, and a movie rental place. And then every Tuesday, first Tuesday of every month, is the filmmakers meeting, and got to meet a bunch of people. I don't know if anybody knows Scott Tepperman, but he was on Ghost Hunters International. He was there too, and they were making a slasher movie this weekend in Tallahassee. I should have went to both movies and did both, but he didn't need any actors, and I didn't need to do crew in that one. But I played the mayor, which is like a ghost zombie type being in the Paranormal movie this weekend. And it was so dope because I was talking to Eric through the weekend. One of the actresses, she was in The Purge. She was in NCIS New Orleans. And then she was in a couple other like cool movies just filmed like around here in the South. And then her husband was in Spider-Man No Way Home and Ozark, which,
Wow.
you know, I'm down with all that. So I was honored to kill them in the movie, of course.
Hell yeah.
But
Great.
yeah, it was an honor to work with them. And every time I link up with Jack McClellan, the director and the writer of Void Cat, it's just true magic. And the next one we're working on is Void Cat 2 and then Southern Shamrock, a Leprechaun movie that I wrote. So I'm super excited for that because I'm an Irishman, and it's called Southern Shamrock because down here, man, you know, March 17th came and went. No one gives a dang about St. Patty's Day down here. They just want Cinco de Mayo. And I'm like, bro, where is the Shamrocks? And it's sad down here. So I'm going to try to bring it back. I'm trying to bring back the Irish culture down to the South. So, you know, if I'm long gone one day, the four-leaf clovers will live on down here in the South.
Dope. I love your energy, Connor, man. You got like the best vibe going, bro.
Thanks,
love
brother.
that.
I appreciate
Love
it.
that.
Whenever I'm around family, you know, I get to just flourish and shine, and I'm inspired by everybody here.
That's
now
awesome,
here's a video from Brown Dwarf on. It says here, I got orbs with possible audio. Now this is only 14 seconds. But 14 seconds. Make sure the volume's up. Let's see with possible audio. So let's really put our ears next to this one. Right there. Now you can see
behind the tree. Yeah,
right
I saw that.
Now I think you mentioned it that it's an orb, but that could also be alien investigating as an orb power, correct?
Now is he saying this is paranormal?
Well, actually, Brown Dwarf is right here in the chat. So, Brown Dwarf, is that paranormal? Because you wrote, "I got orbs with possible audio," or do you think that's a UFO instead? He wrote,
Do you mean like a UFO? Yeah, like a UFO orb.
That I have documented. Some audio is also picked up. Not sure what it is. It is a location that has what I believe Bigfoot or believed to be Bigfoot activity as well. Had my first sighting here, 40 acres, wooded parcel, county, California, private property.
Hit that one more time, Eric.
Let's start it over, okay? Here, now I got a bigger screen. Here we go. Let's do it again.
Yeah.
And he wrote, audio was something in the woods.
There was no FAA lights on that whatsoever. No strobe lights.
It was
on
like
that
swaying while it was going down. And then I saw one horizontal small light too.
You saw that too. I was wondering if that was the camera moving or the object moving. Was that the craft swaying back and forth like that, or the actual object? Brown Dwarf. That was a good catch.
And then Brown Dwarf has some good stuff on his too. He's got one that's called UFO spotted after high-speed chase. Now I'll play this one.
Channel.
And he wrote, February 19, 2022. The object was spotted just after a fleet of about 8 helicopters that included media authorities flew over us in the area of San Gabriel, Southern California, as they engaged in a high-speed chase that started. So here we go. Let me make this bigger. Let's check this one out. You see it right there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You can almost see slight color and it goes in and out.
It's flashing.
That could be from the humidity too, depending on what the temperature was.
Yeah.
And the distance.
Huh.
Did that thing just went all the way backwards?
Yeah, it did.
Feel that?
It looks like
No.
it's just sliding back and forth, kind of.
Why I'm showing
Very
that stuff
good.
is kind of like what you're saying, Anthony, that we got friends in our community right here that has videos.
That's
We
what,
don't
like I
need-
never knew he had a channel with footage, and I'm gonna go watch all his stuff tonight.
Well, let me put his link in his. I'll put his link right here.
The
What's
humble
up, Jeff?
chat, and I'll put it in the private chat so you
Long
copy.
Island Research in the house. What's up, bro?
Here, I just put it in the private chat too, so you can click on it and
Hell
save
yeah.
it. And he's got a lot of good stuff. I mean, hold on a second. Let me just go back here. Let me show like his channel. Okay, he's got Bigfoot reports. He's he got a lot of stuff. What do we have here? He's investigating like everybody else. That's Bigfoot stuff. Orbs over LA. Now here's some orbs over LA. Let's check this one out.
Yeah, his channel's right up my alley. Oh shit! I just filmed something just like this tonight.
Wow.
I can send it to you right now, Eric. I didn't even show the world it yet.
Here we go. Exclusive.
Yeah, just put it up. I think you could put it up. I think we're allowed to share
I gotta actually send it to my. I didn't even upload it to the computer yet.
Oh.
Literally, like right before the show, I filmed it outside.
And Brown Dwarf wrote, I got a lot of orbs videos. I can send you way better and longer videos. That's what I mean. We got friends in our own community that has the best videos.
You see what he filmed right there? That's amazing that you pulled this up like this just now. Man, sometimes things are just meant to be.
Yeah. Synchronicities are off the chain. Out of everything.
We spotted a lot of these types of objects in the mountains, different parts of California.
Moving pretty quick.
He's showing his zoom.
Here's the moon.
Moon. He's showing you what the moon,
Over
so you
that
can't.
way. And behind us that way, where the object's going, is
Contact.
Gabriel Mountains. We are in Southern California at the moment. And yeah, trip out on that. Yeah, we've gotten a
You
lot
should
of
keep
types of
your
videos,
phone
a
on
lot of
compass
videos.
mode, so you know north, south, east,
All
west
sorts of
next
weird
time.
stuff.
Brown dwarf helps.
Yeah, like I said, you know, we got friends that has good stuff.
Oh
As
yeah,
as
well
it
done.
is.
I put the clip. It's down there. You gotta. I can't click on it, Eric.
Oh,
You
okay.
gotta click on
Okay.
it. So I just filmed this literally 35, 40 minutes before the show tonight.
That is when I saw your square, I was thinking that was his because it looks the same. I'm like, I can't get it down.
Nah, that's
funny.
I filmed one of them orbs tonight too, like that.
Yeah. That is awesome.
Flew right over the house.
Yeah.
So, like I was saying, it's a global phenomenon. This is happening everywhere.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I've been seeing them here in the Central Valley, California. A lot of them. A lot of them.
I mean, that's a big orb, man.
For sure, bigger than a plane, right?
Oh, without a doubt.
Way bigger than a plane, yeah.
I saw this with my bare eye. I'm gonna literally show you it like flying right over my backyard, like.
See, it looks cubey. It looks like a cube.
So now it's going southwest over the ocean. It's flying over the land, going to the water. Strange.
Wow.
I haven't had time to pick it apart, but I did have time to know that it's not a usual suspect, a satellite, unmanned vehicle, or any of that shit. It's unknown for now. A few more things I have to check. And the planes don't fly that way. They fly left to right. Nothing goes that way.
No, I worked at an airport. No, it's no plane.
I mean, you can clearly tell it's no plane.
Yeah. Now you've got a unidentified.
There's light. There's all different color lights rotating around in that thing.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
It's just like a bowl of different color rainbow light.
Yeah. They have a rainbow. Well, I saw a ball here that was. Well, I put my face on. I was talking about it. It was.
Oh shit! I accidentally
popped him.
I accidentally kicked him out on accident. Oh shit!
You can probably send him another.
Well, he's got it on his messenger.
Yeah,
that was a total mistake. I was trying to bring down that video.
No, I've
West
had
Coast
that
versus East Coast.
That was me.
You're fucking kicking me out.
I was trying to bring down the video, and it knocked your whole thing out. Now, Anthony,
right.
Going back to UFO Man's channel, is there like a UFO other footage that like we should see? We should want to see here.
Oh my God, he's got so much. Scroll around and let me take a look. That red one's good. Any one of his UFO videos are good.
Over Temple City, California. 3 objects.
Here's a clip coming out of Temple City, California, dated April 25th, 2020, of 3 independent flashing red and white lights, not connected to any type of tower. Take a look, make an assessment, let me know what you think. And as always, thank you for watching.
That's freaky. A pulsating light.
Oh, I'm sorry. Make it bigger.
Now those look like cubes once the light gets at its highest.
Yeah, they look cubey. I mean, I always chalk it off as it's the camera. You know how it does its little pixelation.
Nah, that's weird. I don't think that's pixelation, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to. Is it a cube? What I was trying to tell you before Eric kicked you off was I saw a yellow ball once and it had a black box in it inside of the ball, and the ball was spinning slowly, and the box would come back around visually, and I'm like, I have a witness, my cousin, we're like, what is that, dude? But then it started spinning faster.
I debunked this one already.
It turned into a cube after that. I'm like, what is that in the sky? It turned itself into a cube. But it was an orange ball. I still think it was a weird balloon that somebody had. I don't know. What was this one? What is that?
Oh, sorry. This is called Cross-Shaped UFOs film, March 9, 2022, over in Mexico.
They love Mexico.
That they do.
They
Some
love
of the best sightings.
It's ironic they would have all those elongated skulls and all those pyramids and all those wonderful things too.
Yeah. I feel like this alien's about to shit on my head on the bottom corner where I am. He's like squatting in front of my face.
He is.
He does. That sucks. Poor Anthony. Eric, you can kick me off. That way he can go up and square.
Nah, I don't care about seeing me. Kidding me?
Kick me off, Eric, so we can move him over to a square where he's on the inside.
Okay.
I don't need to be on the inside, man. I'm good. I want that alien to shit on me. I want some alien shit on me.
So you're going on the butt stuff tomorrow, isn't it? you're going on the Butt Stuffs channel?
Yeah, they want to do a monthly where we go over my footage, all unidentified S4 butt stuff. They want to do once a month, so I said, yeah, of course. I love those girls, man. They're pure genius when you put those three together.
I've been on their channel twice, and been on one where they look at videos too, and then I went on one with the guy hosting on their channel.
Bobby's Cryptic Corner.
Yeah,
Cool
so I've
dude.
done their channel twice, and they're fun. They're just
they're a lot of fun, man.
You get to kick back. I mean, you're serious, but you know what I mean. You get to relax.
It's all in good fun. And then they did the Golden Probe Awards this year. Did you see that?
No, they did a
Golden Probe.
The Golden, because aliens asses probing. So they made like a Golden Probe Award, and they made like all these categories. It was hilarious. It was very well done.
Golden Probe Award.
Yeah, it was classic.
Eric,
Love
that
it.
was before we were really friends with them. So hopefully next year we'll be nominated for some Golden Probes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't since we knew them.
Okay.
It's a couple months ago. It was really funny, man.
Yeah.
Mick West was on it. A lot of big people were on it. It was really good.
Ooh, look at this one. Ooh.
Yeah.
I'm on Bob's Cryptid. And
Look at the one below it.
And then of course, ooh.
That is Connor.
Oh yeah, Connor's on here too. Yeah.
Gypsy
Connor.
Road.
Yeah, when Spooky Morales, Connor was on before me.
There's Chad.
I'm gonna see you down here, or did I pass you up, Connor?
Yeah, you passed it. No worries.
Oh, I did.
Leprechauns. I like that.
I love their vibe. They're so much fun, man.
Oh,
they're almost at 1,000 subscribers too. So whoever's not subscribed, go head on over, help them out. They're so close to 1,000.
Wait, they have a community tab? Oh, I wouldn't have noticed because they never share my shit. All you guys who got community tabs, shoosh.
And then there's Anthony coming up on here.
Yeah, I've been on that show like I don't know how many times already. I'm always
16
on there.
hours. So I'll put that link right here, you guys. You guys can put your little bell, what they call it, ring the bell, ring the ding dong bell.
That's
which
gonna be
I
fun
always hear
tomorrow.
from people that never works. Because everybody goes, Eric, I never get your...
I don't get alerts from you. What I do now is I just go to it and I just hit set reminder, and then I get it. YouTube's broken down lately, man.
You look like you should have a Men in Black outfit ready, nice, clean shaven. It's a good looking man right there. And they find the most goofiest picture for me. They made a funny clip of me. They used. Oh, did Bob disappear? I didn't kick him out, or he just fall off. Oh, hey, that wasn't me, man. I didn't kick you out.
No, I got kicked out. No, my internet went off. My power, everything shut off.
Oh.
Yeah, it happens with me frequently. Yeah, all my shit drained. My other battery is completely drained. This one's drained. I got this tablet I had to run in the house. Yeah, internet kicked off, everything. So I'm back on.
I just started a new segment on my channel. We're going to go Wednesday afternoon at noon. We're going to do Witness Wednesdays and talk with UFO witnesses in the afternoon. I figured I'd do like a lunch break thing for people at work, because people always sending me emails like, I'm always at work and, I never get to watch any of the shows when they're live. And I'm like, all right, let's do a lunchtime one, for the guys at work, girls at work.
It is always hard to find that perfect time because
all
the East Coast people usually do their shows at night. So 6 p.m. my time, I got to make food. So when I do my show at 8, all the East Coast people got to go to sleep. I mean, it's.
Well, yeah. What time is it right now by you?
I mean, it's only 9:50 for me.
It's 1 o'clock in the morning here.
Oh God.
God. It's hard to find that perfect time.
It is for everybody, to accommodate everybody. But that's why I picked Sunday at 6 Eastern. I figured it was a good time, you know what I mean? But 6 o'clock Eastern in New York is 11 o'clock in the United Kingdom. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
9 o'clock Central.
So you got butt stuff you're going on tomorrow. You got any other big things coming up on your channel or going to other people's channels?
I have Savita, the Starseed, coming on my show this week, and that should be interesting. I'm interested to learn about that stuff. Alien body, alien spirits or whatever, seated in like a human body.
Nice.
I'll learn more this week, and I guess more like a NOS type deal.
That'd be cool.
It's still good though. It's really interesting. I like hearing the people talk about it.
I love hearing people talk about it.
Me too.
Very interesting.
I mean, they believe it. It's like, you're not looking at, there's a person that's believing their stuff. They're telling you what they believe. Like, okay, cool, go for it. I'm not going to judge you.
So that should be a good show.
Ricky's spooky hungry again. Now he needs a snack.
I'm starving. I can't wait to eat some. I haven't even eaten dinner. I was outside painting the whole front of the house today, right? And the sun was on this side, so only this side of my face got red, and the other side's white. So this whole arm on this side is red. My whole face on this side, and then I had shorts on, so this whole half of my body is red, and this whole half's white.
Dude, you could have said that a UFO radiation got you on.
Yes, like yes.
Now, I know some people that would do that, like, oh, I filmed this UFO, half my face is red. Blah, blah.
Oh God,
people would do that shit.
Yes, they would, man. Yes, they would. Especially that guy. I got that. What's that guy? Is up there in I don't know. Is he not New Zealand? No, not New Zealand. He's in Holland or whatever. He's the one who sees the Palladians. He's a farmer.
Oh, Billy Meyer.
Billy Myers. Now, what do you think of Billy Myers and all? Now, I did go through his stuff to debunk, and he did present pictures of what apparently he took a picture of the television set, and even matched the bunch of dancing girls up with an actual show from the 70s. And they're going, wait a minute, are you saying that these are pictures of the Palladian girls? But anyway, other than that, he's got some interesting stuff. He's a hit and miss person. What do you think of him?
I think he's a very eccentric person, Billy Maya, that I think he created a lot of really cool models of and talented there. But, whenever somebody starts adding God and Jesus to the UFO theory, and they start bringing religion into it and all that shit, right there, that's a big red flag to me. You know what I mean? Because then he was like out finding missing scrolls from the Bible and all this stuff.
God.
Right?
I didn't even know that.
So then, when you start checking those boxes, it's like, all right, 1, amazing story, okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. This guy's got to get out of here. You know what I mean? No good.
Yeah, he's got like one arm too. I think like one arm or something like that.
It was like the one-armed bandit in Saudi Arabia, right? They were hunting him, and there's all these amazing stories.
We're going to find that moment that's going to shock us. And then some people, somehow, they got like 20 of those. It's like, how's that guy lucky?
Right.
He's a medium?
And he's getting picked up by hot Palladian lucky bastard.
Yeah, the hot Palladian chick. Come on, guys.
I'm outside 7 nights a week. No hot Palladian aliens are picking me up.
That's awesome. Well, we're getting close to the end of the show. So
are you kicking me out again? You already kicked me out once. You're gonna kick me out again? I just got back.
Never. So we'll just go around the table, like let everybody have like the last word. I always like to do, because you guys are all awesome. So Bigfoot Anon, what do you got coming up?
I got a bunch of days of work coming up, so I'm gonna be hopefully collecting data from witnesses and selling my books. But just we're gonna be making Void Cat 2 here soon. Southern Shamrock. We just finished Phasmophobia movie. I just posted a picture from the cast just today on my Instagram and Facebook. It was an awesome experience. Joe Cox was the guy who wrote it. He directed a couple of T-Pain music videos. And then this girl that just graduated FSU, Jules Crespo, she's the one that actually directed the movie. And I'm going to go to her place at FSU because it's right next door to where the Bundy murders happened. So we're going to try to make a little documentary on the haunted Florida State campus surrounding the Bundy murders.
Whoa.
And then there is a glowing white wolf that has been spotted. And then there's one hall that she actually lived at, Cawthorn Hall, that a girl got zapped by lightning and died at, and it's named after a very strict staff member, and I guess she doesn't like how normal or new modern females dress, so she terrorizes them. So I can't wait to interview some hot FSU girls and just be me. So it's gonna be fun as heck.
Nice.
Yeah,
Very
awesome.
good.
So, Anthony, you got anything you want to tell anybody?
Yeah, man. Thanks everybody for coming out and hanging out with us. I'll be live on Sunday with Savita the Starseed, and then we're going to be going live every Wednesday at noon Eastern time for Witness Wednesdays. So come hang out. That should be a lot of fun.
And
buy Connor's book.
Yes.
Hey, Chad, if you're talking about an after party, like if we're gonna talk a little bit when the show's over, I sent you the StreamYard. If you want to jump on when I end the show. So, Bob, what do you got coming up?
Oh God, absolutely nothing at all. Nothing. I just go on. I don't know. I don't remember the day before or the day after. So I just pick up some information. I say this is weird. And I go live every day. You know that I go around 7 o'clock every day my time, West Coast, and I talk about weird shit, like literally things I find on the web. I go, you want to see something really weird? You know, Cincinnati's got a weird thing going on today. You know, just going through the whole conspiracy with Cincinnati. But yeah. I don't know. Whatever's going to be weird tomorrow, I'll come on and talk about.
Excellent.
Then after this show, I'm gonna try to work on the stuff, get stuff ready for tomorrow. I don't have stuff ready for tomorrow yet, but I'll be working through the night. I'll have stuff ready for tomorrow, and of course Friday, I'm going to see fucking Top Gun, baby.
Yeah.
Oh.
I've been waiting a long time.
I've been hearing people talk about great things about it. I heard people who even hated the first one. I don't know how you hate the first one, but they're loving this one. So I am really hyped about this.
It comes out Friday, right? Friday.
Actually,
yes.
technically, it came out yesterday to some people who paid this party money, like $30 a ticket. Then it comes out tomorrow, most places after 7 o'clock. My tickets are for Friday because I want the Dolby seats. I want the shake. I want to
go with Saturday.
Jets because we haven't had a jet movie in a long time.
Not a proper one, anyway.
A proper one. No CGI, mostly all practical. So I'm excited for that. But beyond that, guys, I want to thank everybody. And Chad, if you want to hang out a little bit backstage, I sent you the link. So beyond that, guys, have a good night.